I seriously cannot believe I'm doing this today. This up. Just switching over to game screen. What time is it? It is 2:34 a.m. right now. I was sleeping, woke up, could not fall back asleep, so I thought, hey, might as well get started. This is gonna take a while. I am going for the 7-day Survivor Challenge in Infinity Mode. I will explain more in a second. I just want to jump straight into this because it's gonna take a while. I am pulling up my Twitch stuff real fast. I didn't do any practice runs or anything like that. So God, I hope this actually goes well. Here's the Mega Buster that I grinded for in yesterday's stream.
This is working.
Hello?
Hi.
Hey.
I'm sorry if I sound like a freaking supervillain.
Oh, no, you're fine. I probably don't sound great right now. I like, just woke up. I wanted to go ahead and get started on this damn stream that is gonna take forever.
Wait, let me see if we can turn it on. Okay, I got you now.
Let's see. So I need 3 books, the first of which is in here. I'm gonna explain how this mode works for anybody who's watching this stream who doesn't know. Basically, the idea is, in this mode, Frank is slowly starving to death. You can see, like, my experience bar is, like, slowly going down. And when it decays, it'll take away one of my health squares. So the idea is I have to keep eating in order to stay alive. Here it is. And there are 3 health books that will make food a lot stronger to make this mode significantly easier. Let's see, the second one is in the Wonderland Plaza, or the North Plaza, whichever I feel like going for first. And yeah, like, throughout this mode, random psychopaths and hostile survivors will be spawning. They will drop food when you kill them. But that comes with the risk of, like, you know, you have to actually fight them. Oh shit, no.
You're practically... Yeah, but you're practically... like if you're poisoned.
Yeah, basically, it's as if you were poisoned in this mode. And saving is disabled in this mode. You can't save. I can't quit and come back later. I have to do this in 14 real-life, uninterrupted hours, one sitting, in order to complete this challenge. That's why I wanted to get started good and early. Because 2 real-life hours equals 1 Dead Rising day. Times 7, 14 hours for 7 days. Fuck you, Carlito. 1 shot from the Mega Buster. Oh no. Poor yogurt.
I guess maybe I should pick up that game. I only ever played 2.
Yeah, I remember when this game first came out, I wasn't really into it at first because this is a weird game. Like, it is very different from, like, especially all of the other games that I was playing at the time, so I guess I just didn't understand it at first. But then, like, after spending some time with it, it's like, no, wait, I actually really like this game. It's really charming in its weirdness.
It is.
And I don't know, I feel like so much of that is lost in Dead Rising 2.
I just have a weak spot for Las Vegas. It's in my bucket list to visit.
Yeah, it's a cool setting. I don't know, like the tone of this game, it balances the comedy and the drama so well. Like the actual main plot takes itself very seriously, but there's all this like goofy stuff surrounding it. Like, I mean, I could play the entire game in this horse mask, for example, like I did. Um, and like stuff like that is still in too, but I feel like the balance between the comedy and the drama is just they didn't recapture that same tone in the second one. Um,
Because
I just found the characters in two to be much worse than in this game. Like, Chuck is a far less interesting character than Frank, in my opinion. TK as a villain is a huge step down from Carlito in this game. Because at least Carlito, you know, he was ideologically motivated, which I just find more fascinating than TK, who was just, you know, bad guy wants money.
yeah, that's
And I do not care for the change in like art direction in Dead Rising 2. I think Dead Rising 2 looks a lot worse than this game. I'm
I don't remember it really.
just like the way that 2 looks, I'm not a fan. I also think that Chuck like the controls in 2 feel worse to me. Chuck feels way more stiff than Frank.
Well, that was years ago. So Xbox 360.
Yeah.
Now we're at like what, the Xbox 1080 or something? I don't know.
It's like the Xbox Series X/S.
Oh, well, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah, because Microsoft is great at naming their consoles.
Yep. But
I mean, they couldn't call the 360 like just the Xbox 2 because it was being released alongside, you know, the PlayStation 3, so they didn't want to give that perception like they were behind Sony. But that just created this weirdness with their naming.
yeah. I had the Xbox 360. I had fun with it when I was when I was a teen.
Yeah, I had the 360. That was the only Xbox that I owned. I didn't have the OG Xbox or any of the ones that came after the 360. But I like the 360 well enough.
Yeah. Halo 3.
Yeah. In this game, it was exclusive to the 360 for a very long time. The annoying, like, I remember one thing that I found really annoying about this game when it first came out. This game was originally designed to be played on a flat screen TV. But this game came out in 2006. And I did not have a flat screen TV in 2006. I still had, like, my old CRT. Which meant that all of the text in this game was, like, damn near illegible. It was so tiny. So, like, that just made it even harder to enjoy this game when it first came out. It's like, you know, future releases of this game fix that problem, like, I'm playing it on Steam now and you can actually read the text. But yeah, I remember that just being so annoying back then.
Yeah, but at the time, I imagine they were still figuring out high definition.
Yeah, because like, the 360 and the PS3, that was like when the big jump to HD gaming happened. And
Yeah,
there were definitely some growing pains in there.
yeah. Like, because I imagine it's like the situation where you try to release your game in a lot of consoles simply because you don't want to exclude that market, but then you end up making bad ports.
Yeah. So like, I don't know, maybe it was for the best that this thing was 360 exclusive for a while. Just so like, because I think the development on this game was a bit rushed. Uh, so it's good that they at least didn't have to worry about like porting it to another system, especially the PS3, which was notoriously difficult for developers to like make their games with because of the weirdness with that console. Like apparently a lot of game developers had a lot of trouble getting their games to actually work on PS3.
You heard that? I like this channel called um, Matt McMuscles, and he has
Yes.
his most popular series is What Happened.
Oh yeah, I think I've seen like every episode of What Happened. It's a good series.
Yeah, yeah, he's really entertaining. He has a charm about him.
Oh, yeah,
It's like the yeah.
like he was one of the super best friends back when they were doing that. And
I don't
yeah,
know what
now
that is.
oh before Matt McMuscles had his YouTube channel and before he was doing What Happened, he had a gaming YouTube channel called the Super Best Friends, where they played a bunch of video games, like a whole bunch of Let's Plays and stuff, and they were a lot of fun. I really like. I enjoy What Happened. I hope we never get an episode about State of Decay 3, though, because I hear that development is not going well for that game, apparently, behind closed doors. Um, I really hope State of Decay 3 turns out well, because I really like that series a lot.
Oh, I mean, I don't know. Just my experience with jobs and stuff. Just, I don't know, just because things get rough doesn't mean they'll end up bad.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
But
I mean, like, when State of
but I
Decay...
understand.
Yeah, I mean, like, when State of Decay 2 first came out, it really wasn't in that great of a state. Uh, but, like, it's something that they continued to update and improve on over time, and I expect the same thing will happen with 3. I just hope 3 doesn't, like, turn out, poorly.
Okay. Yeah, I can understand that. Okay, I'm checking out the stream for a bit. You're running around
Yup.
with a pizza in your.
Well, this is it. This is infinity mode right here. Oh, man. I've done this challenge on console before. Um, it's so boring. This this challenge sucks so much. It's awful.
uh, Sounds great.
This is a the
Thank you for having me for this journey.
thank you for keeping me company to make this a little less painful. There used to be a glitch in the old version of this game too, where if you come into this area of the game, the food court, on the 4th day of Infinity Mode, like if you enter or exit the food court on day 4 of Infinity Mode, it would crash the game, and you would lose everything.
Oh God. And what do you get for passing infinity mode?
If you make it 5 days, you unlock the laser sword. And if you make it 7 days, you unlock some boxers with hearts on them.
What?
Yep. And also achievements for both of those things.
Well, you gotta get them achievements. There you go.
Entirely worth it. I have to do this. It's necessary.
What's your zombie plan?
My real life one,
Yeah.
you know, like, I was so obsessed with zombies as a child, that is actually something that I thought about way too often. What would I do in a zombie apocalypse? Would I do the thing where you go to the mall and barricade everything? No, because that's what everybody is going to be doing. So I can't do that. Gather up. I think my plan for a while was like I was gonna meet up with some friends and then we were gonna go to a snowy cabin in like fucking Pennsylvania or something. Because I think that's my friend had some family out there or something. Because, like, hey, in a zombie apocalypse, you don't want to be in a too crowded city. Like, anywhere with a high population, because there's going to be a lot of zombies there. So just, like, find somewhere out in the middle of nowhere. And, I don't know, learn how to farm or something.
That's probably the most important. That's probably the most important thing.
These days, though, it's like, I don't have a zombie apocalypse plan, because I know that I wouldn't survive that shit. I'm not gonna kid myself.
Oh. Well, it's not a zombie plan, but I don't know. I just think the world's economic system is a house of cards, and it freaks me out.
Yeah. Another thing that I thought about way too much as a kid was like, in real life, how would a zombie apocalypse scenario actually start? And like, would it be like I thought Dead Rising actually had a very plausible reason for like why the zombies are happening. It's like in this game, the reason why there are zombies is because they experimented on cattle. Like they tried to artificially create more meat, which resulted in like all sorts of viral fuckery. So like yeah, basically the real life zombie apocalypse would essentially be mad cow disease, more or less. Like that makes a lot of sense to me. Or just some weird accident in a lab somewhere. I don't know.
Some viral fuckery.
Yeah. I was trying to think about like as far as my board game is concerned, like I'm trying to come up with an explanation for why there are zombies in my board game, and I don't have a reason yet. I basically just say, I don't know, some kind of viral fuckery is going on, and that's like I don't feel like any further explanation is really needed for the purposes of this. If I can come up with something like that would be fun, but it would just be flavor text in the player guide at that point. Like it doesn't matter too much. Dana, be blasted by my Mega Buster and die, if you don't mind. Thank you.
If I had the day off, I would have. I don't know. I don't think I would have stayed the whole 14 hours, but I would have hopped in and out. It's like, hey, checking up on your checking up on your health.
Oh, absolutely. My health and my sanity.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like if you if you need to go, then you know.
Yeah. Yeah. It's I was gonna go at 2:30, but yeah, I'll stay another. So it's 2:55 right now. So I'm gonna go try to. If I go from 3 to. So yeah, I guess I'll get another couple of hours in. Wednesdays are actually my busiest days.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, and when I say busy, it's not even busy. It's more annoying because that's the day where everybody wants to have their meeting, so that's grueling to me.
I hate those kinds of like corporate meetings.
Oh, it's like, can I just get an email about it?
Yeah, for real.
You
It's
know
like
what I mean?
they're almost always the sort of thing that could easily just be an email, but no, they always have to do their Zoom meetings or whatever.
Yeah, it's like, yes, I get it. You, especially the middle management, you want to show that you are quote unquote essential to the company,
Yeah.
even though, even though you probably could be replaced by I don't know, I don't know, a bot from Discord just saying, "Hey guys, are you making sure you're doing your jobs today?"
Oh no, middle management is like almost always one of those job positions that could easily just not exist.
I- I'm gonna look for it and I'm gonna find it. Maybe I'll post it on Discord. Maybe I'm sure there's a YouTube video about it. Where I think there was this piece of research into business administration, and they found out that 90% of people in middle management are useless.
Oh yeah, no, there's a book called Bullshit Jobs that talks about that kind of stuff. Very
Yeah,
good book.
yeah, but
Like
Jesus.
middle managers, you don't need them. Receptionists, most of the time you don't need them. They're just to make your company look fancier.
Yes, I've also heard of that. Like, dang, there was this whole video I watched about, like, was it Business Insider? I don't remember. But it was a whole video talking about, yeah, bullshit jobs. And one of them, I remember it because I found it really funny. They mentioned specifically the people that write the proprietary company newsletter. They have writers, like journalists, making newsletters that only people in the company can read, but nobody reads it.
Yeah.
And the only reason they want this, big companies, Apple, Amazon, Netflix, whatever, the only reason big companies want this is because another company has it.
Oh yeah, like that sort of stuff all the time too.
It's, I don't know, this whole scenario goes through my head. You go to journalism school, you get your bachelor's and you have these dreams, I'm going to travel the world and like Frank in Dead Rising, I'm gonna,
Yep.
cover wars and poverty and really get to the stories and tell people it's like things they need to know about what's going on in the world. It's like, oh, so that was your passion when you were in your 20s. Well, what are you doing now? I write the weekly newsletter about what's for lunch at Google.
Yeah, no, like when working at those kinds of companies, they always send us those newsletters, and I don't think I've ever read a single one.
There's sometimes good stuff in there. Um, like but it's usually boring stuff, but I care for my own personal reasons. Like oh, I don't know, what was the last one I read? Oh, we partnered up with this insurance company, and as a employee, you get a discount on your insurance. It's like, okay.
Yeah, like if something like that, like tell me something that's actually going to be useful to me. A lot of the time, though, it's just like, hey, this random employee sure is great.
Yep. Or I don't know. I'm not I'm not LGBT plus, but I would feel offended with the constant corporate pandering.
Oh, it's so gross.
It just
And
oh,
like,
these are our values and we stand by them.
No,
Oh,
corporations like Netflix trying to pretend they're all LGBT friendly when just a few months back, you know, that whole bullshit with them defending Dave Chappelle's disgusting transphobic shit, stuff like that. Fuck
oh,
them.
sure. Oh, sure, absolutely. Or
Like,
how about the
Netflix is still
uh
in timeout for me over that shit. I still don't have a subscription with them anymore. Fuck
yeah,
them.
or how about I was like, oh, how, you guys doing something about or oh, we're committed to and environmental friendliness.
Yeah.
You guys, you guys are doing business with Chinese corporations infamous for sweatshops and just dumping their garbage in the corner.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, but yeah. All right, I'm gonna head out.
Okay.
I can keep ranting for hours.
No, I can absolutely get on my soapbox of yeah, my anarchist, anti-capitalist soapbox, but yeah,
Oh
I
yeah,
won't.
and I would listen to you nonstop. All right, you take care.
You too. Um, I will still be here when if you decide to come back in like 8 hours or whatever.
Oh yeah, but
We'll see what my
yeah,
mental
like
state is like then.
yeah, if I do come back, it'll probably be in chat because I'll be at work and I'll be I don't know.
Yeah,
Like I said,
that's fine.
Wednesdays are my most BS days.
Well, thank you for hanging out. I'm gonna
Yeah.
eat this pizza before I die.
Oh, dang, now I want pizza at 3 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah.
Take care.
You too. Oh my god, I feel like screaming right now. This mode sucks so much. Uh. Yes!
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Ah, crap, that didn't actually stop them for very long.
Yeah.
Yeah. After fighting the psychopaths for so long, Frank has finally become the psychopath. Donned in his horse mask and prison jumpsuit and shades. The shades are important. His weapon of choice is the mannequin torso. And he, much like myself, by the end of this run, has gone completely insane. There is no more Frank West. There is just the torso psycho. I mean, my music taste is mostly metal, specifically black metal, a lot of punk, fair amount of like jazz, some pop. Predominantly though, like yeah, I'm very much into like black metal and that sort of stuff, so Norwegian metal, yep. Love that stuff. I grew up with that stuff. Like Norwegian black metal. A lot of good like bands from Sweden too. I love the metal and the punk music from Sweden. But yeah, so much good stuff from Norway too. That is absolutely my music right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really wish MGS 3 and 4 and Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake were available on PC, but those titles are missing. The only way to play MGS 4 on PC is through Sony's god-awful PS Now service, and I'm not gonna do that. Like, I really wish they would throw MGS 3 and Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake onto GOG, like they did with Metal Gear 1 and MGS 1 and 2. 5 is the only one that's on Steam, and Revengeance. I'm back down to 1 health square, which means I have been standing here for another almost 20 fucking minutes. Again, I'm gonna wait for my XP bar to be about halfway empty before I eat this steak, just to maximize my steak yumminess. Ooh, that's a tasty steak right there. It's been burning my hand for a while now, for hours. I have no feeling left in my hand because I've been holding this hot steak. Oh shit, is Berserk getting more chapters? I feel so mixed about that, but because it's like, on one hand, you know, I desire a conclusion to the story, but of course, Berserk without Kentaro Miura, I don't know. I'm willing to give it a chance. I will say that. I will absolutely, you know, check it out and see where it goes. I like that there's a little smoke detector in this room. It's just such a little touch, you know? But I like that it's there. That's the sort of thing I have to point out and take notice of in this horrible fucking mode. Oh, there's a second one. That's nice. Oh, and a third one. Oh, and a fourth one. Or is that the same one No. There's so many. Are those, Those might actually be sprinklers, now that I think about it. Designed to put out fires. That would make more sense why they're kind of like all over the ceiling. I think they're supposed to be sprinklers. God, it's almost been 6 hours, and I'm still not even halfway there. The bookstore. Everyone loves books. This is my home. Don't try to come into my home, zombies. You're not welcome. I have the magic glass that keeps you out. These are my books. I will turn them into a bed one of these days. Stack them up. Put a pea underneath them. And when I sleep, I shall feel that pea at the bottom. For I am the princess, or whatever the fuck that story is about. I'm pretty sure it's about a princess in the zombie apocalypse who takes shelter at a bookstore and makes a mattress of books. And any books that don't get included, I will tear out their pages and sew them together in a giant blanket. Everyone loves books. Frank loves books. He's gonna stack up a bunch of books into the shape of a friend. And that friend will be named Frank West, the photojournalist who no longer exists because only the shadow the demonic, twisted shadow of Frank, in the shape of this horse-headed monster, is all that's left. But we will reconstruct the old Frank out of books. And he will be our friend. And he will reign over this dimension of books for all time. And there will be no zombies, because they are not permitted to enter the book dimension. Help you? Why would I do that? Oh, I'll help you, alright. Help you die. Yeah, there's 2 of them in here. Truly, I found the Ornstein and Smo of this, of Infinity Mode. I have conquered the Ornstein and Smo of Dead Rising. One thing that I'm, like, constantly in and out of is pinball. Like, I will have these phases where I am really, really into pinball for a while, and all I want to do is play, like, a bunch of different types of, like, pinball cabinets and stuff. I feel like every year there's always like a month out of every year where I am just in a real pinball sort of mood, and then it's like, okay, I've had my fill of that. See you next year, pinball games. I think it stems from, like, a long time ago. Do you remember, like, 3D Space Cadet pinball when that used to come pre-installed on Windows? Because I played the hell out of that when I was growing up. I liked the Freddy Fish games when I was a kid. Freddy, we gotta solve this murder. No, Luther, that's not what we're doing. We're doing some seashells or whatever. No, Freddy, the murder did happen. The other day I saw it. We have to solve it. But if you saw it, then it's solved. Oh, okay. The end. And that was Freddy Fish. Lego Island, yes. I had Lego Island 2 for the Game Boy Advance. The main theme of that game is forever burned into my brain. That song, man. I will never get it out of my head. Pepperoni, you will never catch me, the Brickster, not even if I handed you this skateboard, for example. Brickster, why are you making it easier for me to catch you? I don't know. I'm weird like that. I liked Pepperoni's little noises he made when he got on and off his skateboard. Whoa! Okay. I definitely call back to it in games I play now that involve skateboards. I'm pretty sure I've even done it in this Dead Rising playthrough at one point, maybe. That's all I can think of, like, when I get on a skateboard in video games now. Every time you get on it, I just hear, whoa, in my head. And then when you get off, okay. This monster with the horse mask and the bizarre weapon on his arm. It must feed every 4 hours. Don't go to the mall, not because of the zombies. Oh no, they're nothing. You will encounter something far worse. Gee, it sure is boring around here.
My boy, this
Infinity mode.
is what all true
Photojournalists.
strive for.
Fuck. Can't believe it took me over 8.5 hours to break that one out. Oh, I misread that. I thought you said you were waiting for Pasta to become roommate.
I was drinking, damn it. That was not cool. Amazing.
There's the 5-day Survivor achievement. Yeah, that's 5 out of 7. Only 4 more hours to go. God, I hate this so much. Like, I'm not a fan of the arc that he swings this thing in. It makes it slightly hard to actually hit zombies. I mean, there's this, like, lunging attack, which is a little better.
That's not how you use a katana.
Yeah, it is. That's how you use... Yeah, that's how you use a katana.
Well, I don't think you two-hand it, do you?
You two-hand it and shove it forward, and it makes the blade extend into your enemies.
A katana?
Yep. That's how every katana works. I'm going to stand here for a very long time. This might end up being where I spend the rest of this playthrough.
Such riveting content.
Yep, that's Infinity mode for you.
Can't do anything risky, because then you'll lose 10 hours of gameplay.
Oh, hell no. I am not risking anything this late into it.
Oh, that reminds me of the quote. It's like, don't let anybody else ruin your day. It's your day. Ruin it yourself.
Oh, I already took care of that. You see what I'm streaming? This was what I wanted to do when I first hit affiliate on Twitch. This was how I wanted to celebrate that. But then I said no to the idea because I said, why would I do that? No, I don't want to do that. And I'm finally doing it.
Most people also schedule it, whereas I woke up this morning to see I can't sleep, so I'm gonna do this thing that means I can't sleep for another 14 hours.
Yeah. I've completely abandoned the idea of sleeping tonight.
Tonight?
Yeah. I'll try again tomorrow night.
Girl, you've moved on to today by now, haven't you?
I mean, yeah, but that was more my mental process at 2 a.m. today. Is what I meant.
If Liquid and I are twins, why do we have different voice actors?
Yeah, why does he get to be voiced by Cam Clark? Why do neither of us sound like... Well, Solid Snake sounds like Big Boss. David Hayter should have also voiced Liquid, but still did the British accent. Brother.
But then we would have not gotten Liquid's performance.
Yeah.
Which 99% of Metal Gear is the performance.
Oh yeah. No, I love it. He's so hammy.
Are we talking nefarious levels of ham?
Everything about Metal Gear Solid is over the top. Like, that's just ham is the baseline.
It is amazing. It is my favorite gaming franchise. I love hammy, dumb bullshit, and that is so much of what Metal Gear is.
Now, a few bits of ham are actually just unfortunate transliterations.
Yeah.
My roommate in college who knew more about this stuff explained it to me like in Japanese, it is a standard part of the language pattern in conversations to repeat back what the other person said.
Oh my god, yeah.
But in English, you get, well, like Metal Gear Solid, where Solid Snake just sounds like an idiot,
He repeats
repeating back
everything.
everything with exclamation points.
Metal Gear. Soldiers. Genome.
A nuclear weapon.
Muff.
Knowing that series, I wouldn't be surprised if there was one that just said Death Mages. That's the entire cutscene, is just Death Mages and end of game. Sequel.
I mean, Metal Gear brought us such lines as, "You're that ninja."
Yes. It's just like my Japanese animes.
Like, he tells you that Meryl's codec is on the
I
back
was
of the
literally just about to say that.
but he gives you a CD, you know,
No, that is like I was about to start speaking. That is literally what I was about to say. Baker is like, "Oh, it's on the back of the CD case." And he just handed you a disc.
no,
So-
he hands it to you after that.
Yeah. So
Like, if they did the order of operations, he gives you the CD and he's like, "Oh, I wrote it down on the back of the CD case." Wink, wink. That would have been fine, but no, he breaks the fourth wall, which admittedly is part of the game, but it's a lot more fun when Psycho Mantis does it, which the PC version doesn't do because
no memory card.
controllers weren't a big thing for PC back then. I mean, technically it's supported, it just
Yeah, how are you gonna manage that? Oh, I have hacked your USB ports. You have to change it to USB port number 4327A.
You have to use the keyboard and mouse for the Psycho Mantis fight on PC
yeah.
instead of
fuck
using a controller.
However, at the time, most people playing the PC version probably, and I know I didn't, even have a controller, so I completely missed out on that bit.
Yeah. I mean, I played it on PS1 back in the day, and Metal Gear Solid 1 is one of the first games I have memories of ever playing. So it was my introduction to the concept of like metafiction and stuff. So the Psycho Mantis thing just blew my little 4-year-old mind. Like, oh my god, he knows I play these games.
You like Castlevania.
Yeah.
So yeah, for those not familiar, Psycho Mantis goes through your memory card.
It's still the coolest
you know,
thing.
the PlayStation, and looks for other Konami games to name drop and talk about.
Yeah.
It's like, I can read your mind. He also has you put your controller down on the table and uses the vibration function. It's like, I can move your controller in the real world.
Vibration wasn't a super common thing yet at that point. Yeah, he makes your controller vibrate after asking you to sit it down on the floor.
Yeah, and meanwhile, I'm just like, yeah, my earliest gaming memory was frickin' Ratchet and Clank, because of course it was.
Yeah.
I'm stoked. Crap.
It's
I'm-
really
I'm
funny to talk about some of this stuff because, like, some of this stuff is just so common now, and it's like, yeah,
Yeah.
this was new and exciting at the time. It's
It-
like watching Citizen Kane.
Yeah.
At the time it came out, the cinematic techniques it used were earth-shattering.
So many of the games that do it now were directly inspired by Metal Gear Solid.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just nobody has quite reached the level of sincere camp that Kojima can pull off.
That's the thing. Like, I need that sincere camp in my games. MGS4 was the entire reason I begged my parents to get me a PS3. It's like when the PS3 first came out, it was like, don't care. Got PS2 games. And then Metal Gear Solid 4 was announced, and it's like, okay, need PS3 now.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's just a thing over in Japan that the their developers understand better, because like 4 goes through and references every previous game.
Oh yeah, it's such like a non-stop fan service.
Like, it's both fan service, but it's well done. Like, even if you didn't play some of the other games, you feel the weight of the moments. And, like,
Oh yeah, when you go
that's
back
sort
to
of like
Shadow
what
Gnosis
happens in
4,
Phantasy Star 4, and I'm not thinking of other games, but like I've seen other works that are like come out of Japan and cover like those kinds of bases. Like
Dark Souls 3 did it very poorly, I feel.
Alano likes fan service.
Because, like, Dark Souls 3 is just constant, non-stop callbacks to Dark Souls 1, and instead of finding it charming, I was just annoyed the entire time.
Yeah, no, it's got to be done well. Like the final Liquid Ocelot versus
That was so
Snake
cool. Yeah,
battle, like
that was so cool.
that wasn't just like the fan service. That was actually epic.
That was-
going through the several different battles and stuff.
Yeah, no, that was, like, legitimately amazing, like, well beyond the fan service aspect of it.
I mean, the plot still makes no bloody sense.
Nope, that's just a thing that you kind of have to accept with Kojima. I can try to explain it as much, all day long, but there's
you can't explain it because Snake had to crawl through the microwave tunnel to do the thing that the guy who put the microwave tunnel there wanted him to do.
Yeah. There's only so much explaining I can do. You just kind of have to let it go after a certain point.
It's like at some points it's like, even in context, does this make sense?
No. I feel like a kid on their last day of school right before summer break right now, like, oh, I just want to be done with this.
Yeah.
I'm so over this.
You go watch like YouTube videos or any other like how to draw X, and you've got like basically 2 variants. You have the draw the rest of the fucking owl,
Yeah, that's always a fun one.
or you have these people who are drawing perfect circles and perfect bodies and stuff with like no guidelines or anything whatsoever. And it's like, yeah, you see, a lot of the how-to videos and books and things are actually more flexes than they are meant to be educational.
Like any tutorial that I watch, I can't stand like when the person doing the tutorial just makes assumptions about what you know and what you can do.
Well, also, any tutorial that says, I'm selling brushes, blacklist them.
Yeah.
Just move on. Their goal in life is to make money off you, not teach you anything.
Yeah.
But, like, all the people who are able to draw from their head, there's, like, a small percentage of them who were born capable of doing that, and the rest just got good at it
Yeah.
and used reference photos. Use reference photos. Be careful what reference photos you use if you're going to be doing it commercially or anything.
Oh yeah.
But use reference photos. Like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, especially the earlier chapters, has some very famously over-the-top masculine bodies.
Yes.
And if you go look at the works of Michelangelo, you will notice some similarities. And it'll make a lot more sense when you see the photos of the author of JoJo referencing those art books for his models. That's why they look like that. He chose to use those models. That's why everybody is a freaking beefcake.
Yeah, it's a little crazy how over the top their bodies are in JoJo's.
Well, it's called JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. He's pulling no punches.
I mean, yeah, I can't be mad about it
The
when
series
it's right there in the
has brought us
title.
It has brought us such moments as guy wearing a checkerboard top hat shows out of nowhere, punches the protagonist in the chest, suddenly his broken arm is healed, and he exclaims, "I can even lift this heavy rock,"
Yeah. No.
while lifting said heavy rock that we're not sure where he got it from.
No, it just because I love over the top bullshit. JoJo definitely appeals to me.
And I love how Roundabout became a meme, yet nobody, like, not a lot of people even understand why Roundabout's even associated with JoJo. The author just listened to it on repeat in every version of it, because I think there's more than one version.
Is that the part 5 ending song?
No, that's the ending song from, like, every version. Every part.
Yeah, because I forget the name of, no, I think, like, at the beginning of part 5, the ending song they use for it is just, like, I forget the name of it, but it was very, it was a choice.
Well, it's a choice, but it's probably somehow related to the author's musical preferences, because I don't know if you've noticed, but the author really likes music.
Oh, that's one of my favorite things about JoJo, is all of the ridiculous music references.
The characters Dyer and Straits.
Yeah.
The villain, the Pillar Men.
Yeah.
AC/DC.
AC/DC
Cars.
Yeah.
Wamu.
I have to wonder, like, in universe, like, part 3 onwards, when these bands start forming in real life, like, Joseph and the others just, like, what the hell is happening?
Well, that's the other thing, when he ran out of tarot cards.
Yeah.
Like, get back to music, Purple Haze.
I have no idea what's going on anymore, but I'm just glad people are having fun.
I mean, even if you'd watch JoJo's, you still wouldn't.
Oh, yeah.
That's just how JoJo.
I think Vanilla Ice has to be one of my favorites. No, like, that's easily one of my favorite things about JoJo, is all the dumb music stuff.
Oh god, there's so much of it.
Yeah.
And okay, I have to look up the guy's name. Like, yes, Robert Speedwagon.
Yeah.
If you're not familiar with the REO Speedwagon,
No,
the fact that his name is literally Robert E.O. Speedwagon probably makes no sense.
no, because when I started watching the JoJo anime, I went in completely blind. I didn't know anything about it. So when this character came in and his name was Robert E.O. Speedwagon, it's just like, what the fuck am I watching?
He's such a useless and lovable character.
Because, like, I picked up on the fact that, like, oh, this guy's name is Dio. I wonder if that happens to be a reference to Ronnie James Dio. Probably not. Turns out, yeah, it totally is.
Dio is, related to Dios, God. He's got a God complex. Don't tell me he doesn't. Like,
Yeah.
you could shake that one off easily.
Yeah, so I thought, like, maybe, but there's enough plausible deniability there. But then Robert E.O. Speedwagon. It's like, okay. Like, holy shit, I don't know anything about this, but I already love it and want to dive further into its bullshit.
And the Tibetan monks, Dyer and Straits.
Yeah.
The
Tom
first
Petty.
the first of the Pillar Men they found, Santana.
Yeah.
And, in the modern adaptation, the, AC/DC and stuff, they're not spelled AC/DC.
Desi. Yeah.
It's AC/DC. It is legally distinct, but in the original, I assure you it was not.
Nah, yeah.
I swear I've seen the whole series through memes. You probably have. And like, really, the end of part 3 is the only good part of part 3. That's the part you remember.
Yeah.
And then it's like when I was watching the anime adaptation, I'm going through like, oh right, the bit with the gorilla and his stand is the boat. Like, okay, I guess that was kind of clever, but like, it just keeps on going. Going.
I enjoyed the Darby brothers.
Going. Oh, with half an hour to go, this is the bit where you get tired and you run around shooting zombies and then ruin everything.
Oh yeah. This is the part where I get overly reckless and die just before the stream is supposed to end.
Well, I say even if that does happen, you don't try to start over because
No, she's going to bed. She's not starting over.
yeah,
Oh, and walk the dog. You have to walk the doggo.
Yeah, walking the doggy is exactly, that's the first thing I'm gonna do as soon as this ends. No. Okay, I'll stop now. I'll go back in the bookstore.
watch your fire. Don't
That's
break
the
glass.
opposite direction I wanted.
How the hell did you do that? You teleported outside the bookstore and shut the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to look up, because I've never actually tried to look this up. What the fuck causes Frank to randomly go, yeah, in this game? Why does he do that?
I've got no idea. Then again, I've never played that game, so I have no context.
He just does it randomly, and I don't know why. I'm trying to figure out if like there's an actual mechanic in the game that makes him do that, or if it's just like a random thing he'll do.
Hmm. 28-hour stream next.
No. I have to make it to day 7 so I can get my boxers with the hearts on them. That's what it's all about.
Seriously, all this for some underwear?
Yep.
Why, games? Why?
Yeah.
It knocked my track off, but I slid into the enemy I was trying to ram and destroyed them.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Oh my god, wait a minute.
I can tell you haven't gotten any sleep in a while.
Yeah. I think I found the answer.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, you are taunting the zombies.
No, I just got Frank to say yeah a bunch of times in a row. I think it's equipping a weapon is like a big part of what makes him say that. On to something here.
Oh yeah, because now he's feeling a little more powerful because he's got a weapon.
I guess.
Or is it because that blaster is a particularly good weapon, maybe?
I don't think the type of weapon matters too much.
I mean, you can sort of see the logic I was going for there.
Yeah. Now I have to leave and come back. Ah, no, my actions and the consequences of them. I'm totally not leaving the bookstore anymore.
You're just gonna cycle back and forth between the levels for the next 30 minutes, aren't you?
I'm just watching that clock tick by.
And you know what they say, watching a pot causes it to boil slower in accordance with breaking the
Oh
laws of
no!
physics.
You're not supposed to do that.
Now I have to leave and come back again.
This time you have a reason to, at least.
Best part is I got the stream delay, so it's like I don't know what you're reacting to. I'm
Yeah.
like, what?
And then we both laugh at the same
Oh.
time. Don't do it. Don't do it. Do not go near those doors again.
Stand right here.
Seriously, why doesn't the game understand? This is the bit where the teacher just gives up and says, "Alright, class dismissed."
Yeah. Like, it's close enough. You can just have the achievement, whatever. Oh my god. Only, like, I want to say, like, 4 to 6 minutes left, maybe. I'm gonna go recklessly check.
No, don't.
I'm already out.
I don't think you even have that long.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh wait, no I don't! It's 3 minutes!
Please don't do anything silly.
2 minutes!
Three game minutes.
There, I got it! It's done. 7 fucking days is done. Now I need to end this.
Well, now you need to do the most epic things you can think of.
Where are the boxes?
Syllables is like, I am so tired.
Yeah. You-hoo, zombies, I am ringing that fucking dinner bell. I'm putting my controller down. Have at it. Give me the sweet release of death. Bye, Frank.
With so many zombies on screen, they're all going semi-transparent to be able to see what the heck is going on.
Well, that was another problem Dead Rising 2 had.
Why did he stand up?
Because he is the zombie now.
No, he stood up and then fell over after being on the ground.
Because he is the zombie now.
In
Do it again.
Contagion, if you get infected and you turn into a zombie, sometimes your gender changes because it doesn't have a one-to-one for character models.
Does it? I haven't played it long enough to see that.
I don't usually get to see that because usually what
There
I do
we
when I
go.
get infected is I take the pin out of a grenade and wait for me to turn.
This is what it was all about. These boxes right here. 7 days, 14 hours. That's my reward. I did it.
They don't even look that good. It's the most insulting
Nope, they're
thing to
awful.
me.
Hey, they're
That
terrible.
much effort for a trash reward, like that seems the worst thing.
Yeah. That's pretty bad.
It's like it's one of those things that like I could see you doing another playthrough with, you know, that outfit.
Yeah.
But like again, this was before YouTube and streamer bait were a thing.
Yes. Thank you so much, Kylie and Nicole and Alano, all for like hanging out in the voice chat and just keeping me from losing my freaking mind throughout this challenge today.
Ooh, cookies.
Yep, cookies.
Yay, cookies.